Hi everyone, welcome back to the IT and Psychology YouTube channel. Today we are going to be solving the SOP 7 of Chapter 3, Advanced JavaScript. We have completed the prior 6 SOPs and the first 7 to 8 SOPs of Chapter 1 plus our Introduction to SEO, where we use the audit tools to optimize an website, and you can also see the videos for them in the description below. There will be a playlist mentioned as SOPs solutions, and we have solved them live in the notepad interface, and we have completed a few of them, and we have uploaded them on a Google Drive link where you'll find the .html files, and you can download them on your PC or laptop device and run them on your suitable web browser. And if students who do not have a PC or a laptop device, you guys are free to use an HTML editor for your first 15 SOPs that include our chapter 1 and chapter 3. You'll find the HTML editor on your Google Play Store, where you just need to write HTML editor and you'll find the first 5 applications suitable for your function, and you can use them as your web page practice software even if you do not have a PC or laptop device. So without further ado, we'll continue with the SOP 7, and let's start by reading it out. Write a JavaScript function to get difference between two dates in days. Create a page in HTML that contains input box to accept date from the user. The input boxes should be used by the user to enter their date of birth in the format DDMMYYYY. Do not make use of any drop-down boxes. So we have an example here. Date underscore diff underscore in days, that is from 4th of February 2019 to till 11th May 2019. Then we have date underscore difference underscore in days from our 1st January to 31st of January. Then we have the output to be received as 66 days between 4th of February and 11th May. That should be 66 days. And from 1st January in 2020 till 1st January in 2019, there is an accurate difference of minus 30 days. So this is what we should ideally expect out of our HTML code on our web page, as we input our dates in the input boxes and we receive them. And there is a specification here, because most of the students avoid this last line. They're like, just we have to calculate this, nothing else. This is an important aspect. Do not make use of any drop down boxes. We'll learn about that further when we type in our code to understand why we do not need to use drop down boxes and why it has been specified to us. So I'll just take you to the folder we'll be working in to build our web page. So we move to our folder where we function all our SOPs. So this is the folder for our first 7 SOPs for JavaScript as it is specified here. And I have uploaded all of these on the Google Drive link. If you can see that in the description, just click on that and you'll have access to all the notes of IT and psychology as well as SOPs that we have solved live on this lecture, on this YouTube channel, sorry. In visible lectures, you'll find the playlist as well. So we'll continue with opening our folder SOP 7 as it has been made just right now. We'll make a new file, a new HTML document. Before that, the first step here is right click, new, and then click on text document. So a visible text document has been created here. Now you have to rename it. Right click, rename, move here, alter the entire name. Now what you need to do that is more specific is that you need to change the file name extension so that we'll have at least we'll have an web page, an empty web page. We'll have to build up our code slowly. So date.html is our first step to making a successful web page. Enter. There will be a box coming here. If you change a file name extension, this file might be unuseful or unusable. Are you sure you want to change it? Click on yes, and now you'll have a visible Chrome HTML document. As my default web browser in my PC is Chrome, that's what it will show. For different people, it might be Internet Explorer. For others, it might be Mozilla Firefox, and etc. Some might even have Opera. So now right click, and now we have to access the Notepad interface as given to us by the web browser. This is actually empty, so we just need to build in it. So this is our HTML Notepad interface, web page Notepad interface. So now we'll slowly build up here and we'll make a successful code. So start out by making the obvious tags that are to be used in an ideal web page. So HTML and header are necessary. Then we move forward to directly creating a script. Script type is text slash JavaScript. Sorry, close this. Function get days I underscore date 1 1 comma 1 underscore sorry I underscore date 2. So this is the first part. Then we open a curly bracket, var stir equals to I underscore date 1 var date equals to str dot slice 0 comma 2 semicolon var month, sorry for this typo, var month equals to str dot slice 3 comma 5 semicolon var year equals to str dot slice open bracket 6 comma 10 semicolon this is first date dt1 equals to new space date open bracket month plus day plus plus day plus plus year close bracket, and then we add the next. So we add a semicolon here before our next line, and then we add some space, var str1 equals to I underscore date 2 semicolon var day 1. So I'll just do one thing. Oh, this is actually the same as above. So we'll just pick this up from here. Control C, Control V. We have to add minus changes. 1, yeah. So then we add something here. This is second date. dt2 equals to new date. We'll have the same pattern as above, but now month 1 plus day 1 plus will be 1 underscore day equals to 1000 asterisk 60 asterisk 60 asterisk 24 semicolon. Forgot to put semicolon here as well, so I'll just add it here, and one more alteration has to be done over here. And even here, date 1 underscore ms equals to dt1 dot get time close brackets. Same change has to be put in here, but it is little different. Date 2 underscore ms equals to dt2 dot get time close brackets. We move forward to our next line. That would be var difference equals to underscore ms equals to date 2 underscore ms minus date 1 underscore ms semicolon, and then we add the next line. I apologize if you are hearing any background voices. Dot write ln open bracket math dot round open bracket difference underscore ms slash 1 underscore day close brackets, semicolon. Just check if this line is correct. Okay, and then we close our curly bracket and we end our script. That is all the change we have to do here. We have more coding to do here. Close our head tag, and now we start our body. Form name equals to form underscore task. I got this for the typo. Date 1 will be input type equals to text. Then mouse space. Now we put in the name. Name equals to D1. Placeholder has been put in here as well, because when text is not there, it will show you the format that your date has to be put in, so that you know how you have to write in your date. So this was our first one. Now we add break line. Line breaks. Okay, back it down. So I'll just take this. Control C, Control V. Minor changes have to be put in here as well. Date 2. Yeah. So this was it for here. Now we add BR here as well. Input. So our button has to be put in here as well. Value equals to submit. Then we add in on click. And is D1 dot value comma D2 dot value, close bracket, and then we close our form. Now we'll read through this code so that we have to check if we have made any typos or etc., so that we know that our code would be perfect at some point, because we need marks at this point, because this is a very crucial time and our journal is worth 5 marks, and 5 marks out of 100 is a big thing. Our month, this part is correct. Okay, it's correct. So this is correct as well. Okay. One more mistake. Hmm. Honestly speaking, I do not want you guys to suffer for my silly typos. So please bear with me at the moment. This is a very crucial code. Okay, so far so good. Correct. Get days. Okay, correct. Okay, so now your next step would be Control S, as it is saved now. I'll take you to the browser interface so that we can see the output we receive, and we'll just continue, and that will be your output. And I would suggest that the every output you receive, just take a screenshot and just stick it in your journal, because that would be a good measure instead of just drawing the output. So I'll just take you to our folder. We'll just open our web page. So now we are at our web page, or our web page output, as you might call it. Now we have to enter our first date, that would be 8th December, that is today. And then we'll add another date. Now we'll change this to 12, and we will receive a number that is the difference between these two dates. Now click on submit. So the difference between 8th of December and 12th of December is evidently 4 days. Now we'll do as given to us in our textbooks. So in our textbook, the dates have been given to us as 4th of February, that would be 04/02/2019, and the second date is 11th of May 11/04/2019. Now we'll click on submit. As given to us in our textbook, it should be 66, and evidently we have the answer here as 66. Now we try the second example given to us in our textbook. That would be 1st of January 2020, and the next date would be 31st of January slash 2019. Now, as evidently given to us in a textbook, it should be minus 30. This is different, but we'll try it out again. I think there is a printing mistake in our textbook. It is minus 335 days. I think there is a typo. They would have meant to give us the date as 1st of January 2019 as a the second date that is given to us is 31st of January, right? 2019. It should have been different date, as we would have received a completely different answer there. So as we can see evidently here, actually our first date has to be put in as 31st. There is a little printing mistake in our textbook, and then it would be 2019 here, and then it would be 01/01/2020, and now we'll receive it as, wait, yeah, so I think it should have been 2020 there, and so instead of 31st of January to 2019, it should have been 31st of January 2020, and then we would have evidently found it as minus 30 as given to us in our solved example in a textbook. There is a minor printing mistake, just correct it, so that we'll receive minus 30. Other than that, if we do it by our prior code, it should be minus 335 days, exactly, minus 335 days. So now this is our output. So you'll have to take the printout of the names, or the dates put in here, and as you receive the result, you have to take the printout for the output page as well. That would be this. Submit. Minus 30 and minus 66. Sorry, only 66 as given to us in our first solved example. So we'll just go to the textbook and we'll see what they expected of us. So instead of 31st of January 2019, and this date should actually be here first, and our 1st January 2020 should be in the spot of date 2. Therefore, 31st of January 2020 should be our date 1 here, and 1st of January 2020 should be our date 2. So this is an Easter egg that we need to correct, and this is how we have completed our JavaScript SOPs. All of them have been completed. In the next lecture of our SOP, we'll be starting with server-side scripting. But before that, we'll be reading the concepts and explanation of what is server-side scripting, how is it used, and what exactly it is, and how it can be used to make a PHP program, and how to construct various variables in a program or a PHP function, and etc. So thanks for watching. Please like, share and subscribe. And if you have any suggestions for how we can make your experience at our channel more supportive, you can comment your suggestions down in the description. Sorry, your comment section. I'm sorry, I'm not used to this much, but I'm helping you guys as much as I can, as this platform is new to me. And furthermore, you guys can also join the group for doubts on Telegram. If you have any doubts pertaining the topics taught in this video or the topics taught in previous videos, you can contact me on that platform, on the group, or either you can DM me if you don't want your doubts to be vocal in the group, and your doubts will be cleared. And please, again, do not ask for solutions for your college homework or your unit test papers, because I have had previous people ask for them. Sincere request, I'll just show you how to solve it. I won't give you the solution straightforward for them. I'm just solving these SOPs because these actually carry marks, and you have to make a whole journal out of these, and this is very important. 5 marks are very important. Therefore, again, please like, share and subscribe, as we have successfully crossed 500 subscribers with your support. At the time I'm creating this video, we are at 517 subscribers. We had hit that on we had hit the 500 mark on 4th of December. That was my birthday, and we had successfully celebrated it. And again, this has been a very tough a very tough time. We'll go hand in hand. I'll support you all the way. We'll do Navneet 21 sets questions on this channel. I'll put questionnaires in the group as well, where you'll be able to do it via the quiz mode on Telegram. And furthermore, if any doubts, all the doubts will be entertained, but no answers should be asked, because you need to learn to solve them on your own, because there will be a 15 mark practical for 3 hours for writing any of these codes, that is for HTML or JavaScript, a 15 marks practical. So you have to build your confidence and your control over learning these codes, because this is a very vital aspect, because practicals as a whole hold 20 marks, and your code in your main exams will be for 20 to 25 marks. Include both JavaScript, PHP and advanced JavaScript. I am not sure about PHP, but JavaScript and advanced web designing codes are for sure. And mostly you will score in your objectives, but these subjective questions and this programs carry vital marks. So all of it is important. You should aim for 100, and we'll move hand in hand. And for psychology students, we'll be starting with our chapter 7, first aid in mental health, and we'll move forward with that, and we'll complete that chapter by December end, because we need to start with PHP in IT, and that will itself take a lot of time. So we'll start with PHP, we'll slowly complete the SOPs, and then we'll start with psychology. So again, stay safe, take care, keep studying. You have all of my support for IT and psychology. So Again, take care. And PHP exercise solutions have been uploaded as per the request of a few students in the group for doubts. As you guys needed it, I have uploaded the solutions and the explanations for them as well. So you can see that the concept explanation will be uploaded lately by 10th or 12th of December. It might take a little time, but it will be uploaded. And you can find the Google Drive link where you'll be able to access the files that are constructed in these live videos. And furthermore, you can also download the XAMPP software for PHP. I've made a whole tutorial on that. You can see that video as well. And I've also mentioned the link for the 153 or 156 MB file that you need to download. Ideally, the version that I would suggest would be the version 7.2.34, and it is as per your recognition, but that is software version I would suggest, as that is easily compatible with any Windows 64-bit, whether it be it is actually for the latest one and is suitable. And again, you'll find all the links in the description. So thank you for watching. Bye. Take care and keep studying.